Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is a preview of what I will be playing at the Dallas Regional in my exhibition match versus Blame Siren and their Reyna deck. So I did this reveal with Nina Williams, with Ryan, my co-host with Final Talk, and I decided that I think to kind of hype up Tekken's 8 release, I was going to try to challenge one of the other content creators that had a character reveal. So I decided that I thought Reyna looked really cool, so I wanted to fight against Reyna, so I contacted Blame Siren, and they agreed that they should want to play a match at Dallas. So I'm going to play a match in Dallas with Blame Siren. I'm going to record it. I'm gonna have it up sometime next week for those who aren't in Dallas to watch. So I'm gonna go over my deck profile, and then I believe Siren's gonna have their profile up sometime this week or maybe the week after Dallas. They said their schedule's kind of busy, so I'm not sure if they're going to be able to get it done. So let's go ahead and get into it. Nina Williams, she's a 630 with the air, death, and evil symbol. She has 2 abilities. Form once per turn. Try to play an attack with printed 3 damage or less from your discard pile. When that card leaves your card pool, remove it. Kind of like a Titan of Terror-esque vibe to her. She does have that really cool Sungjin Woo text that says try to play, so you can fail it through a breaker or like a check hack ability. And then it says when that card leaves your card pool, remove it. So it doesn't have that oppressiveness that Titan of Terror had, playing the same attacks over and over again for free. She does still have to play the attack. She still has to make the check. She doesn't get it for free, which is kind of a bummer, but I can understand why, seeing some of the attacks that I'm playing. And then her response is, after your attack with printed 3 damage, printed damage 3 or less, deals damage. So after your attack with printed 3 damage, 3 or less deals damage. That's a weird mouthful. Clear it from your card pool. So that means any move, as long as it's printed 3 or less, hits, you yeet it from your card pool. We get to clear it. So this first version, I am on main death symbol. We are full gimmicking. We are going 3 or less damage. I'm pretty sure there's a realm where we play air and we can play like Hunter's Ally to get in any air, death, or evil backups to help kind of like push our game plan. Like Gecko would be really good pushing stats. Willie Tiber is really good with replacing for destruction abilities or sacrificing abilities. And we get Cynthia off of evil, which is kind of nice because we can commit, get rid of a card out of our rival's hand, and then we can just kind of go to town by overwhelming them with a volume of attacks. So speaking of the attacks, let's go ahead and get into them. We got 3 copies of the Ackermans team up, 4 difficulty, 3 check, 4 mid for 3, +2 high block, EX2 in weapon. Gives a little bit of speed there. Blitz, this attack gets +2 damage for each card cleared from your card pool this turn. So this is, as you guessed, one of our cool finisher cards after we've kind of hit our rival a few times, maybe 3 to 4. This can get a nice 6 to 8 damage on it, being, close to 10 damage on it after all. And we can EX it with a little bit of speed to push some stats to get really like a nice push through to end the game. One of my favorite cards that she can play is Venom Fang Dagger. 4 difficulty, 3 check, 2 low block, 3 low for 3 weapon. Response, after this attack deals damage, your next weapon attack gets +X damage. X equals the attack's damage. So what's really neat is that we can transfer stats over. We don't play a full weapon package, so we do play 4 different types of weapons with a few other ones. So this is really good in chains, so we can hit for 3, give 3 damage, hit for 7, hit for 6, give our next one 6, 9 and whatever, and it compiles if we just chain Venom Fang Daggers. But this can like really lead really well into an Ackermans team up, or a horseback charge, or even a coordinated strike. It just allows us to push more damage that our rival isn't expecting. And really, are they just going to let us clear cards for free? Maybe. It only does 3 damage, so maybe they let us clear it. Next up is a really cool utility card, Horseback Charge, 3 difficulty, 3 check, 2 low for 3, +1 low block, weapon. Blitz, sacrifice 1, ready foundation, draw 1 card, and build the next foundation you play this turn. So let's say we have a flipped, a flipped latent skill or a flipped dark ward or whatnot, and we don't care if we destroy it. So we get to, we sacrifice it, we draw a card, we get to replace that foundation by building a face-up one, and then we just get to go, right? Like it's a 2 low for 3. On average, is our rival really blocking a 2 speed for 3 move? Maybe. But like this could just lead into some really, really great turns. Let's say we don't have any card draw on board. We can use the blitz and then build like a hold on tight or a push the advantage in, or even a final wars, right? Like if we want to hit them or not, or even like a settling null death so we can get some card draw, because that's the one big weakness I think of the deck is that we're going to try to play a lot of attacks. We're going to have to be able to draw a lot of cards in the middle of the turn. Now, another one of my favorite cards that you can play is Coordinated Strike from AOT1. 5 difficulty, 3 check, 5 mid for 1, +1 mid block, Deadlock, Stun 4, and Weapon. And then Blitz, Mill 3. This attack gets +1 damage for each weapon attack in your discard pile. So, odds are, it's probably like a 5 mid for 4 on average, which isn't bad, but like later game, this gets like super big, right? Like if we're about to cycle and we slam this, we mill our 3, we can stack a bunch of damage towards the end, and we're just able to just kind of like bring it home and just, pop our rival for a good chunk of damage. Like this could probably end up just being, like this might be too gimmicky, and we could probably replace it with something that just a better attack that isn't 3 damage or less, or we can just expand on our tray size, true 100, horseback, stuff like that. Like we can probably cut this to fill in other slots, because there is a realm that we can just go all lows and just low zone tax our rival, and then just play some really big mids, which are Ackerman's team up and true 100, which is really nice. Now, the coolest card in the deck, like Coordinated Strike's my favorite card in the deck. One of my favorites, along with Venom Fang Dagger. Trace Eyes has to be the coolest card that has some really neat interactions with Nina. It's a 4 difficulty, 3 check, 4 low for 3, +2 mid block. Enhance, you may destroy 1 ready foundation to pay for this Echo's cost. It has Ally Echo arranged in tech. So the really neat interaction with Nina is that if we Echo it and our rival takes the Echo, our ability to clear happens before it resolves, so we're able to flip it, get rid of it, right? Clear it from our card pool. And then we can technically form it back in, and then trace eyes again, echo it again, and then remove it, because it will remove after it clears with our ability, right? So really, for the low cost of 2 foundations, if we want, if it's like later game, we built a stage. Sure, it's not probably the best early game, but like it's 4 attacks with 1 card, all checking 4s. Sure, they're 3 damage, whatever. It's 12 damage on average. We have ways to pump other damage, so we could get bigger. But it's a really, really neat finisher. Like if we're really looking for a card to really close out the game, our rival's holding some low blocks. This really, really taxes our rival's low blocks. Because we're just able to go to town with 1 card, which is very cool. Now, we get to play True 100% Unleashed. It is a printed 3 damage move. 6 difficulty, 3 check, 3 mid for 3, +2 mid block. Charge and Fury. Response, remove after you make a check to block with this card. If you have 10 or less health, that check passes. That's cool. Like, right? Like, we just have to just make a check and go, hey man, look how passes. Cool, huh, right? And then Enhance, this attack gets +1 speed for each ready foundation in our stage and 1 damage for each foundation in our rival stage. So sure, this is a really neat card to lead with, because we're going to tax our opponent's resources, maybe a reset, maybe a couple speed hates, maybe a jury, maybe like a Genkai's Guidance, which is kind of funny because we can just form it in with Nina, which is really cool. So if we have one in hand, we're able to play one, tax our rival's resources, and let's say we check well enough, we can just play another, right? And then we can just pew 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 pew, just like, kill them, which is really neat, because this card's a beater. And then we got 2 copies of Triple Beam, 4 difficulty, 3 check, 4 low for 0, +2 high block, ranged. Blitz, this attack gets +1 damage for each foundation in your rival stage. Late game, this card's a beater. Say we tax our rivals' low blocks with Trace Eyes, with Horseback Charges, with Venom Fang daggers. We're just able to just bop them for 10 or more and then clear it, which is really neat. And then we can form it back, which was really cool. So this card's a really neat, really cool one, like in the same vein as True 100% Unleashed, because it gets it's a 4 low for True 100% damage, right? It's very neat. I do think this might be the biggest sleeper card. Sure, it's 0 damage, but like, are they really going to waste the reset here? Like, if we're playing, you know, are they going to hold on to their reset when they're getting True 100% Unleashed, or Ackerman's teamed up, right? Like, it's kind of crazy, like the lines you can get with this deck. Now we do play one asset. It is dual handguns, 1 difficulty, 5 check, +2 mid block, breaker 1 unique weapon. Response: after you play an attack with printed damage 3 or less, that attack gets +1 damage. If you have a heat token in your stage, that attack gets +2 damage instead. So on average, all of our moves come in for 4, which is really nice. It's a little bit of a bump. Like, our Trace Eyes become 16 damage instead of 12, which is really sick. Also, if we have ways to get heat tokens in the deck, so we could end up putting 2 more damage on all these guys, and they're 5 damage each. So it's a Trace Eyes is 20 damage on a 4 diff, which is really awesome. Plus, having extra copies isn't never that bad, just because it's a breaker 1 block. Going into our zeros. Into our foundations. Zeros, we got Botan's Coaching at a 4x, 0-5, +3 mid-block flip. Both players discard 1 card and draw a card. Very standard, very basic 0 diff. And then, yeah, we got Syndicate Target because it's a 0-6, 0 low. Only time it's really bad is if our rival is playing all highs or we're at 1 health. So it's just to help curve out our early turn, because we are a turn 3 deck. Extensively, we want to be a turn 3 deck, so turn 2 we want to build like a wide stage, attack a few times. If they take anything, we get to clear it. We may scoop a momentum just to keep the echo possibilities open for Trace Eyes or EX, and then we can build out, and then turn 3 really go in hard. Now we go into a little bit of a draw package with Hold On Tight and Push the Advantage. 1-5, +3 low block. Flip, the attack deals damage, you draw a card. So not only do we clear, we get to draw a card. So unfortunately, our rival does hold the onus here with drawing a card, because the attack has to deal damage. Lucky for us, all of our moves are 3 or less. Well, 3 or less in quotes. They all have ways to pump damage for the most part. If they let us hit, sure, we get to draw a card, because a lot of people will just take 3 over and over again until the last one's going to kill them. So we're able to draw some cards. A lot of you guys may see this as a reoccurring theme with cards that clear, characters that clear. This is a Push the Advantage. Pony, Mikasa's play it. It's a 1-5, +3 mid-block. Response flip: after you clear 1 or more cards from your card pool during the combat phase, we draw a card. So if we touch them, we use Nina's response. We get to flip any number of these to draw that many more cards and that many more attempts to draw attacks and kill them. We got 1 copy of Final Wars. 2-5, +4 mid-block, unique, static. While this card's in your stage, all attacks get +1 damage, and the response once per turn. After your attack deals damage, we get to draw a card. We do need to find some ways to push some damage outside of our dual handguns, so this allows us to really put, if we don't have heat tokens, we can put +2 on our moves. If we have a heat token, it's +3 if we all have them all in our stage. And to boot, it helps us draw a card once per turn if we need to. 2 copies of Substitute Member. 2-5, 3 high block. Flip, changes the attack speed to 3. We want to block, man. We have 30 health, which isn't a whole lot nowadays, but it does allow us to at least survive some till maybe we get our opponent to overextend so they can't block any of our moves, because they are not that fast. But yeah, this allows it. It could also, if our rival dumps our speed, we're also to change it to 3 and hopefully make it harder for them to block. A copy of Moment of Normalcy. I got 1 copy of Dark Ward. This did suffer cuts into the sideboard just because I tried to get it as close to 60 as possible. We got a 2-5, +3 low block spell. Response flip: after your rival plays a responsibility on a card in their card pool, cancel its effects. Pack bound doesn't matter. So like breaker, like face shield effects, anything that messes with our, with like our ability to flow in the game and our turn flow, we're able to stop it, right? We can, cancel our rivals' offensive responses, like like Echo and stuff like that. Like it's a very versatile defensive card or an offensive card. Like if they have a card in their card pool that's defensive, right? 3 copies of Mikasa defeats the female Titan. 2 forward, 3 low block. Flip after you block an attack. The attack deals no damage. We don't want to die. So we're able to, use substitute member, maybe partial block, flip this, not take any damage. Just being able to live till we can really, really pressure our rival when they're attacking us to make really bad decisions and overcommit. Aaron sidestep, 3 copies, 2 difficulty, 5 check, 3 high block. Enhance flip. This attack gets -2 speed. If it's completely blocked, we draw a card. This is really funny because I've seen a lot of people use this on their attacks offensively to help bait, a card draw. And then most of the time their rival either takes it or they just partial block it, so they take half damage. Also, this is really good defensively, obviously, because it gives us -2 speed and it replaces the block that we use. 3 copies of Fighting for Control. 2 forward, 3 high block. Response, rival's turn, flip. After your rival makes a check to play a non-foundation card, that check gets -2. Failing it doesn't end the combat phase. We don't have a lot of breaker in our deck, right? We have dual handguns, and I think that's it, right? Dual handguns, and I don't think any of our attacks have breaker. Nope. And we don't have breaker anywhere else. So this is the only way we have breaker. So this helps slow down early game aggression by making our rival overpay for attack. So like, let's say they, on a 5, they check a 3. We make them check a 1. So they're either going to pay 4 or fail it. Right? Like, and it doesn't end the combat phase, but at least it just discards an attack out of their hand and it saves us some precious health. 4 copies of Settling Old Debts. 1, 5, 3 high block, enhanced flip. If each player has 6 or more foundations in their stage, we draw a card. We do need card draw. This is more of like a middle, like, a turn 2, turn 3. I don't know about turn 2, but mostly a turn 3, turn 4 card draw effect. We do need a ways to like keep our hand full while attacking. And there's a lot of building during the combat phase going on right now. So this allows us to kind of sneakily get an extra card in our hand. So I've been really messing with my 3-diff slot. This was the Levi Ackerman 3-4 that readies a lot. The one that gets 1-1 on deadlock, or if it touches you, you get to ready it 3 times, then flip it. I'm testing out Enormous Axe. Just because of the static and the damage pump. It's a 3/5 +1 mid block. After this foundation is destroyed, build the top card of your deck face down, and then enhance commit. This attack gets +X damage. X equals the number of face down foundations in your stage, max 4. Really, the only way we have way to destroy this is literally tray size. So this may come out for something else. I just haven't decided. I have been thinking like button collectors, kind of cool. Even Thunder Spear demo, just if our rival blocks our moves, we're able to just clear them anyways and then keep going. So this slot may change a couple times. 2 late additions was Latent Skill at 2 copies, 2/5 +2 high block. Enhanced flip, discard 2 cards, draw 2 cards. It's just card cycling. It gets us to better cards. Just don't play into a cancel and you're okay. Now the last card in the main board that I took out, added this in because I wanted to try it out. I want to see how these heat generators feel. Exploit weakness is a 2 difficulty, 5 check, 3 low block. Response flip, after we play an attack with printed damage 3 or less, because it used to be printed 3 damage or less. So they changed like the way the words are. Add 1 heat token to your stage. So this will allow us to unlock dual handguns to give us 2 damage, to make all of our moves 5 damage for the most part, because they're on average they're 3 damage. And also turns, like it says, turns on dual handguns. It allows us to at least ping them for 1 every time they full block. Other than that, that's pretty much all it's in there for. This did swap spots with split body control. That may be a little more important. So the split bodies that are in the board may come into the main. Sideboard, we got 2 copies of Devastating Loss, 2 difficulty, 5 check, 3 low block. Enhance Sacrifice, destroy 1 rival asset or backup. Some of the best backup and rival asset answers in the format. There's not a whole lot, so take advantage when you can. 2 copies of Invincible Body, 3 difficulty, 5 check, +4 mid block. First Enhance, remove, reduce the text damage to 0. So if our rival gets like a big damage pump off the bat, and we're able to reduce their damage, this allows us to. 2 copies of Split Body Control, 2 difficulty, 5 check, 3 low block. Response flip. After your attack is blocked, we get to flip a rival foundation. So it's just some stage control, because we really don't have a whole lot of cards that touch our rival stage, outside of this. And this is one of the premiums. So it probably should be in the main. Like I think Exploit Weakness will probably end up coming out, and I'm just going to play 2 in the board and 2 in my main. 2 copies of Dark Ward, just in case we need it for like breaker, any card pool response effects. And then Genkai's Guidance comes in as going second. 1/5, 3 low block, first form remove, discard 1 card, your rival discards 1 card. Response, destroy 3 foundations after your rival plays an attack, remove it from the game. So this allows us to just survive through an attack. Sometimes we may use the first form, discard a card, if our rival kept 1 card in hand, because if they did that, they're foolish, and they're just going to die to all of our cool moves. So this is the Nina Williams Off Death deck that I built to play against Blame Siren sometime at the Dallas Regional this coming weekend. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about Nina. Is this deck actually kind of cool, or am I just coping? So let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, hit those bells for notifications, and until the next one, take care.